Welcome to the CadTracker installation guide. We'll talk about the simplest scenario for a single user and also the recommended approach for organizations with multiple PCs and a local server. For this video demonstration, we have 4 computers on our network: a NAS for file storage, a server which will host the database, a PC for Mary, and a laptop for John. The first step, of course, is to download the CadTracker setup file. Go to cadtracker.com.au, click Download, and then download CadTracker for Windows. The file will be saved to your Downloads folder. If you're setting up CadTracker for multiple PCs, we recommend you move the setup file to a shared network folder. We'll make a new CadTracker folder on our NAS under the Software Share. For multiple PCs, it's best to install CadTracker on the PC or server that will host the database before installing it on any other PC. If you are a sole operator, you can host the database on your own PC or laptop. We'll jump over to our server now and run setup. When you start setup, Windows User Account Control will ask you if you want to allow the app to make changes to your PC. Genuine copies of CadTracker will show CadTech Software as the verified publisher. Read and accept the terms of the license agreement. Choose the install location. The default should be fine. Choose the Start menu folder. Yes, we do want to set up a database on this PC. We'll use the default instance name, database name, and password. Note that Backtracker is selected. We'll use Backtracker to schedule backups for our new database. As the server is not used as a workstation, we'll deselect the Office and Acrobat plugins. Another option to think about is the Updates mode. For a single user, you should select Internet Updates. In a multi-PC environment, you probably don't want every PC checking for updates from the Internet. In this scenario, it's best to have one person in charge of rolling out updates. On this server, we'll choose Setup File Path, which means CadTracker will remember the path of this setup file. Each time CadTracker starts, it will check to see if a new version of setup is available in this folder. If a new version is detected, CadTracker will offer to install it. We're ready to install. CadTracker Setup will download the SQL Server installer and any other prerequisites to the Redistributables subfolder. When we install CadTracker on the other PCs, the Redistributables will not need to be re-downloaded. The database setup creates a connection strings subfolder and adds a new connection string file. In a multi-PC scenario, this streamlines the setup for other PCs, as CadTracker Setup copies all connection strings from this subfolder. Let's start CadTracker. If you have a license code, click I have a license code and paste your license code here. For this video, we'll use a trial license. CadTracker will connect to the database we just created. We'll log in with the administrator username. There is no password yet, but we can set one later. As this is a new database, the Welcome Wizard is displayed. You can revisit the Welcome Wizard at any time by selecting File, Welcome Wizard. We'll go through the wizard now. We'll enter the company name and website, and select a logo from our NAS. We'll enter the office phone number, our admin email address, and the office address. And we'll select the contact info for the company letterhead. Now we'll add Mary and John as contacts for our company. We'll use the first name and surname as the username. The Drawings and Revisions page is only important if your office produces drawings using AutoCAD. You can view examples of different settings by clicking Help Me Choose. We'll add a sample project to our Shared Projects folder on the NAS. Now we'll use CadTracker to create a scheduled backup of our database. Select the database connection string. Click Test Connection to ensure that the connection details are correct. You may wish to select a different destination folder. We'll send the backups to the NAS Backups folder. We'll make a new folder for CadTracker. We'll use 7-zip compression, which offers the best compression and smallest file size. Under the Task Scheduler tab, we can set up a schedule for automatic backups. The default is to do one backup each day at 8 AM, which for most users is sufficient. For our multi-user environment, we'll take a backup every hour starting at 9 AM, and we'll limit the number of backups to 10 per day, which means the final backup will be done at 6 PM each evening. Click OK to save the backup task. You can manually trigger a backup at any time by clicking Run Backup Task. You can see the messages from the backup here. Click Open Destination Folder and you will see the new backup we just created with the date and time in the file name. Now we'll go to Mary's PC to install CadTracker. Setup has detected the connection strings folder and automatically deselected the Setup Database option. Mary will be responsible for rolling out CadTracker updates in this organisation, so we'll leave Internet Updates selected. We'll start CadTracker and log Mary in with her own username and set up a new password. Now we'll set up CadTracker on John's laptop. John's laptop will check for CadTracker updates on the NAS. We'll log in as John Smith and set up a new password. When a new version of CadTracker is available, Mary will be notified. If Mary saves the new version to the CadTracker folder on the NAS, the other users will be prompted to install it the next time they start CadTracker. To delay the rollout, we'll download Setup to a new subfolder. When Mary is ready to roll out the new version, she can copy the file into the main folder. Because she chose to delay the rollout, she will have to manually run Setup. The next time John starts CadTracker, he will be prompted to install the new version. That's a fairly in-depth overview of the installation process for CadTracker. Bye for now.